We're joined by a lady we haven't seen release music in 4 long years. Please welcome to the show, it's Katy Perry!
Yeah, come on!
Oh my God, actual Katy Perry's here.
I know, and not over Zoom.
No.
Oh my God, if I have to click one more hyperlink, I think I'm going to break.
Me too. How are you? How's the UK treating you?
Well, I just got here from other places in Europe. I know you guys are not Europe, you're UK now.
Yeah.
But I was just going to say that the weather is very English. We're in dead summer, and it's like, I'll bring a sweater.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or a raincoat.
And a brolly.
A brolly.
A brolly.
A brolly.
Yeah.
The worst thing is you can never plan a barbecue in the British weather.
I know.
So I've got these guys coming to mine next week for a barbecue, and I'm like, if it rains, what we're going to do? Whereas like in California, you know, it's going to be hot all the time, don't you?
Everywhere else in the world is just like boiling. It's like people are not going to survive, and you guys are like, we're fine. let's still have piping hot tea.
Katy, right off the bat, can you settle a bit of a debate for us? Because most Fridays, we love to play your song Last Friday Night. It's so good. It gets us hyped for the weekend. But we played it last Friday, and Chris raised a very good point that it might be the most perfect song for a Monday because the lyrics talk about last Friday as if you're looking back at your weekend.
Yes.
Whoa.
So can you settle it for us? Is it a Friday song looking forward to the weekend, or is it for a Monday when you're looking back at your weekend?
The pop is not that deep. It's just pop.
Don't overthink it.
I think it's really like a song I wrote in my 20s when it was a constant like buzz train where you're just like, all right, we're just going to keep this train going forward, you know?
Fine. So it's a song for every day.
It's a song for every day, you know?
Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you.
Well, let's talk
It's
about.
a Friday feeling. It's like, I was just in Barcelona and it was like boiling hot and beautiful there. I'm still holding that temperature in my mind
Yeah, I know
here
what you
today in London.
And also, that music video is just one of the greatest things ever made, isn't it?
Which one?
Well, for Last Friday Night.
Oh, for Last Friday Night. Oh, it was, it's definitely a glow up story.
Yeah. Kevin McHale, do you remember? He's the man. Let's talk about.
And Hanson.
Yeah.
And Kenny G. Oh my God, it was a good one.
See?
That's everything.
Let's
Told
go
you,
back.
yes.
Let's roll the tape.
All right, let's talk about new music and the music that's coming up. You've teased fans with a 21 Savage collaboration, which is exciting. Gimme Gimme. Is that right?
Yeah.
And
I did it, by the way, on an iPhone, so I'm not sure that like when the beat comes in for real, when people hear it, they're gonna be like, oh, that hit me in my root chakra.
what do you mean? You record the song?
No. Like when I teased it on my phone, just like on an Instagram Live, and Instagram Live, and like you can't always hear all the different like sonic tones and the bass, and so when they actually hear it for real,
It will sound massive.
wear a diaper.
It's such an amazing list of people that you've collaborated with. Snoop Dogg, Calvin Harris, Nicki Minaj, to name a few. What I was intrigued to know, have you ever had any big collabs that have kind of slipped away for whatever reason?
Oh,
so they were meant to happen and then they just never really happened. The ones that got away, if you want to use one of your...
Yes, there have been a couple of collabs that have come in and been submitted by like huge artists that I really, really wanted to work with, especially at the time, and it wasn't right for the song. So that goes to show it's really all about the song.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to put them on blast because we don't need that.
But then do you hear other people do those songs and sort of know that you heard them for the first time? Is that how it works? I don't know how this works.
Not really, because when you're writing your own songs, then they don't really go anywhere else unless, like, for instance, I will write a big batch of songs for a record, and then whatever doesn't necessarily get used, sometimes pieces of those will end up on other people's records, or they'll be recobbled and they'll become other pop songs.
It's mad how it can all be upcycled and sort of recycled. I didn't know that really happened.
There have been a few submissions that have come to me, and once again, it's not necessary for me to name what they are or who they were for, but it's funny. Like, one time a song came that ended up being a huge pop song, and I'm always open to like collaborating, or if anyone wants to submit a song or whatever, even one of my favorite songs by this artist named Joan Osborne, What If God Was One of Us, she didn't write, and like you're like, whoa, that's an incredible song. It really seems like it's you. But
What if God was one of us?
thank you so much.
Just a slap. Oh,
Sorry. That one.
Why do I always do this?
It's so
Sorry.
good. It's
Sorry,
so good.
Yeah.
But anyways, it was submitted, and like it was on my WhatsApp, and I slept on it for 2 weeks, and then it was over, and then it was a #1 song, and I was like, Oh. Okay, cool. Well, it's, what's meant for me is meant for me.
Yes.
I really believe in that destiny. I believe I'm in control and I navigate it, and I am the person, it's thought, word, deed for me. So you think it, you say it, you do it. Like this idea for all of us to have this interview, it was a thought once.
Yes.
And then it was on paper, and now it's an action. So your thoughts are the most important thing. And that's what I'm telling myself every single day. I'm still on the journey.
Oh, and we are so happy this interview is actually happening right now. We've been loving your TikTok, by the way.
Thank
we
you.
saw you miming along to Sabrina Carpenter's Espresso.
Yes.
And lots of people online are saying we are so glad that fun pop like yours is back. Perfect for summer. Is Sabrina someone you think about collaborating with down the line?
I love her. I love the whole batch of young ladies that are just so loud and proud and unapologetic. Like when I came out with one of the boys and was on Warped Tour, that was kind of my ethos as well. And still, I'm a spicy girl and unapologetic, and I take risks. And if there's a red button like this one, I'll push it. I don't know what it is. I think it's because I'm Scorpio 5 times, and so it's just like. Yeah.
What's that?
It's like your rising, your moon, your sun.
moon.
It's like all the different shades of you. I am
Full Scorpio.
Full Scorpio. So if you cross me, don't cross me.
Oh, is that a Scorpio?
No. We're a little stubborn.
Right now we're joined by the woman who got Snoop Dogg to rap about bikinis, zucchinis and martinis. It's Katy Perry!
Wait, isn't Snoop doing a torch at the Olympics?
I interviewed him last week.
What an icon.
I know.
How great. That's exactly America's representation right there.
He was so good. We took him for a really fancy tea in a hotel.
Tight.
And he had some scones and tea and sandwiches, and he was
Did I read he stopped smoking?
Not from
He
what
was smoking with you guys.
He was very hungry after he went for a quick break. Yeah.
Do you reckon he'd use the torch as a lighter, though?
I hope so.
Wouldn't that be huge?
Oh, well, if he does it, the internet will do it for him.
Yes.
Now, Katy, you're an honorary Brit at this point.
Why? Because I'm like married to 2 English guys?
Yes.
Yeah, I have been.
Yeah. So,
Not really.
does your husband Orlando have any like British habits that you've kind of picked up over the years and adopted as your own?
Oh, he won't let me leave the bag in.
Oh,
Is that right?
I beg your pardon?
Oh,
tea.
tea. No,
Tea. Yes.
Tea.
Don't leave the tea.
Tea bag.
Please tell
A
me.
Tea. Yes.
Please tell me you don't make tea in the microwave like a lot of Americans.
No freaking way.
Oh, thank you.
No way.
Thank
Get
you.
that out of here.
Yeah.
So it's we have PG everywhere, and he's all about that.
Yeah.
So he's taught me how to make a cup of proper. A builder's?
A builder's tea.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. It's a how come you get more English when I say builders?
I don't know how it works like that. I think he is embracing the British life. I actually saw him in a local pub of mine, and
This is true.
weirdly, this is a true story. He's a phenomenal singer, right? I never realised this.
When after a couple of pints, yeah.
So I was in the same pub as him, St. Patrick's Day. Right, I didn't know he was in there.
Yeah.
And then he stood up and started singing this old Irish folk
Yes,
song.
he does that sometimes when we have family talent shows.
What's
And it's beautiful, actually.
It's incredible because it was like this old song about, someone, it was almost like an
Lover
old
lost.
lost love from
Yeah.
another life. And he stood up and it was like his voice was really weathered.
I mean, I've been with him for almost 9 years. You don't think he has some hidden talents?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, it was incredible to win this first hand.
He's great. We spent a lot of time in the countryside here, and we actually love spending most of our summers in London and in the country here. And we do pub dinners like 5 times out of the week,
Yeah.
and it's just like full English experience. I love
Great.
it.
Has he picked up any Americanisms? Does he say like diaper and trash, or does he still say rubbish?
No, and
nappy?
that's why our daughter is a little bit like, what's what? Like, mind your head.
Yeah.
Why don't you just say duck? But now she says, mind your head. And
I
she
have
says-
never thought of it like that
She
before.
says tomato. And I'm like, well, must be from Peppa Pig, or is this from your father? I don't know. She doesn't say anything else besides tomato. I'm like, what?
Mind your head.
We went to a Paddington Bear experience a couple of days ago. It was so sweet, and she had a marmalade sandwich.
You've got to go to Peppa Pig World.
Oh, yeah.
I took my
I'm
kids
going
there.
to. It's just like an hour and change away. So we've been to Legoland. I mean, we spent all day in Hyde Park yesterday walking. It's like this London is our favorite place. I think it's the best city in the world.
Yes.
I think like Time Out has also said that.
Yeah. Really? Okay.
Maybe.
Have you been to Manchester? Yeah, you've been to Manchester.
I've been to Manchester, Liverpool. I've been everywhere.
Yeah.
Birmingham,
Yeah. Glasgow.
Glasgow.
Belfast.
I'm gonna go to all those spots too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, right.
Upcoming tour.
Yeah, right.
Oh, okay.
Capital.